7 to get -4. So this is adding a negative. Make sense? Right? So any questions on either of those? Yes?
Isn't 3 plus -7 just saying 3 minus 7?
It is. But as Kenneth pointed out, you can't rearrange the order. 7 minus 3 is not equivalent to 3 minus 7. Yes, Kenneth?
You put 4 on the second problem.
Oh, I did. Whoops. Thank you. Equals -4. I am notorious for dropping the sign, so thank you. So, all right.
Just a second. I think what it is, Jefferson is, let me just see if something's confusing.
Okay.
No, she did change this one. I think it's this one. If you have 7 minus 3 and you want it to equal 4, can you switch it to be 3 minus 7? No, you can't. But if you turn the whole term, if you take this term with it, we make this a -3 and +7, we can still get 4. So
Okay.
subtraction is not commutative, but if you take the sign with the number to where you have your two terms and you pop your terms around, or in this case here where she had 3 minus 7 is -4, I could move that back around and have -7 plus 3 is -4. Both of those still work. But the key is, you can't just switch the 7 and 3 around that subtraction stuff. You have to make that a -7 and a +3 and move the whole term. Okay, so you can move negative integers, but you have to take their negative sign with them to make it addition. Does that make sense? So no, subtraction is not commutative, but because we have these integer rules where we take the integer sign with it, you can spin it around. Does that make sense? So, but you can't just, like with addition and multiplication, you can just flip the numbers and leave the sign alone. You cannot do that with subtraction because you end up with a whole nother problem. Does that make sense?
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with associativity. So go ahead and talk in your groups for about 30 seconds about which operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division are associative.
I think,
Yeah, I just couldn't. I just couldn't think of how else to say it there. Thank you.
I just knew it.
Yeah, and I could do it like. All right, I'm guessing that will almost 9. I didn't realize you were on actually, so.
okay.
Oh, okay, I don't think you missed anything, so I think you're okay.
That belongs to her.
Oh, thank you. All right. All right, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and come back together. We have about 5 more minutes. So, we'll try.
No, I was told that we get out at like 6:40. I mean 8:40.
8:43. Yeah.
Oh, 8:43?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do as much as we can. All right, let's do it about, we'll make this speedy. All right. Back here. So, which operations do you think are associative?
I think adding don't get the same answer. Or when you group with not all equations can you group and end up with regroup and end up with the same answer.
Okay, any other thoughts? Jefferson?
I think that it's subtraction and division. Okay, so the commutative ones are addition and multiplication
That are?
that are commutative, and then I think that would leave subtraction and division
That are not? Or are?
that are associated.
Okay, just to wrap things up a little bit here. Actually, both the associative and commutative properties are the operations that are commutative and associative are addition and multiplication. And let me give you a couple of quick examples. So, and this is partly, I think it was Kevin that you said PEMDAS plays into this, right? Okay, so if you do, so if we're doing associativity, 8 divided by 4 divided by 2 and 8 divided by, let's see, 4 divided by 2, we get 8, and so using our PEMDAS, so parentheses first, 8 divided by 4 is just 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Right? And you can go ahead and write that example down in your book, in your workbook. Let's see, we're about out of time. Okay. If you have your workbook available, go ahead and write that down. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 8 divided by 2 is 4. So you get 1 in this first equation and 4 in the second because of the way that the parentheses are arranged. So your order of operations. So that's really critical when you're working with division and subtraction. So hopefully we've gotten a good introduction, and thank you for your time.
Oh, sorry.